First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So Georgia's offense will go to work for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
The one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Grabbed in the backfield. It's White. The Bulldogs get enough for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Pulls and fires complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Vincent. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. And off from the shotgun. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. This offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. Going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Under fire. Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Snagged in the middle. It's Lofton. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll try to get outside. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And the Dogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to ride this running back.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Quick pass on the fly motion. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Maybe a bit of a gamble going for it on 4th and short from their own 46. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick completion on the out route. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The Canes are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Anderson will throw. Looking deep down the right side. Hits a big stride inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Canes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll send the tight end in motion. Defense showing blitz here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really...
He's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Duke answered the bell away from Durham today with an impressive victory. The Blue Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Might be calling a hot route. Now they'll run it on the toss. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
On the option. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility in football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
They'll run play action. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Zings it complete to the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Anderson wants to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab at the 30. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Georgia! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
And I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Anderson will throw. Back open in the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Fakes the grab. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the Canes will line up to punt it away. He makes the fair catch at his own 8-yard line, and that might have kept him from being backed up even further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Going to swing it on second down. He's got it. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Taylor. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on third. It's complete to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Nice job by the quarterback knowing where his answer was against the blitz and against man coverage, picking up that completion.
To the air on first down. Trying to set up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Quick release on the RPO. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It'll be a run on third and short. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat to the ground with the back. Crosses the 30. Turning it on. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Canes want to move quickly.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Off the play fake on first down. Gets it out fast. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be fourth down.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Canes will send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Tight game, final period, and this crowd plans to finish strong. Going with the ground game left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Looking for a crease, it's Pringle. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Hurricanes pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lofton. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Anderson wants to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The Hurricanes send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the returner is stopped. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. He wants to change this route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And he intercepts it in the end zone. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Canes.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves. But what a play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Middle Tennessee is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to Memphis. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That's caught. It's White. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. The Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Vincent. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes into 24. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He might want another play. They're throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it, first down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Quick release by the QB. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball, placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it down the left. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on that second down.
I like the idea defensively here, too, now. You got the lead. It's the second half. You can play more zone coverage. Trust your athletes on the back end to break on the ball and make something happen, like they did right there, forcing the incompletion.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Grab behind the line. It's Taylor. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Leaves it with the back. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Anderson will throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Miami. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Taylor. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Pulls it in. It's Vincent. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him in the flat. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Looking to throw on first down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on him. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job on this defense so far.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep and don't let anyone get behind you.
Quarterback making checks. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Here's a throw downfield late. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for...
There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them. There's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Miami's offense will have the opening possession of the game. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game, Jesse? Make it easy. Get them in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give them a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last time out.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Third down coming up after the completion. Anderson wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense has the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Vincent. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they just need a few inches for the first down, but they've got 3 receivers spread to the right. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw it. Finds his target down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Wants to throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Great job by the back on the option.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he made the extra point without problem. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen? Anderson will throw. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. It's a short pickup.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Got his man. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. The throw with the catch. It's Jacobs. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Canes headed quickly to the line. And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast. Gonna run it. It's Pringle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. 3rd down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Canes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Dogs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Wide open downfield. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Look out, he's got room. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll run the option. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Power football with the run. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Georgia! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out and be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Duke answered the bell away from Durham today with an impressive victory. The Blue Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
And the Hurricanes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Anderson wants to throw. Bring in the heat. He'll throw it. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Canes will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Off play action on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber and the Giants, Frank Gore and the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense. Even though they knew sometimes they were the 3rd or 4th read in the progression, they were hoping I was going to throw them a football. And it is so nice as a quarterback to know that you've got running backs like that want to be involved in the passing.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And the Dogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Caught, close to the marker, it's Vincent. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. They'll move the tight end. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying play action. Able to get a foot down in bounds and make the catch. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Gets it to the back. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the... And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
So now it's 2nd and long. Anderson will throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He makes the catch at the 10. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Man, that's a really good job on the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but he didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding.
Intentional grounding.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Anderson wants to throw. A strike downfield. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down. They can still stop the clock. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, Miami.
And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
The Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a tight end. Oh, it's out! Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Great place to start for this offense. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Anderson will throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Looking for space. It's Pringle. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Absolutely perfect. That'll trim the deficit to 15. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Baylor is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 18 to Oregon. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Reads it, fires complete. And he's brought down after a nice game. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw it again. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. Made a defender miss. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out.
There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll leave it with him. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Anderson wants to throw. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Back to the ground with the running back. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Pucks it out of the air. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. The option look. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Something up this 3rd down play. Leaves it with the back. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his 2nd catch of the game, and we're essentially in a 2-minute situation. They have risen to the challenge. They knew coming in they were going to have to limit him, but I don't know if they even thought they'd be able to do this good of a job.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Defense wants to bring the heat. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grabs behind the line. It's Moore. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Sneak gets it done.
It's just so nice to have a signal guy who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my goal.
And after the extra point, it's a 1-possession game, down 21-13. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
The RPO, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. It's caught downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Dumps it off in the flats. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. It's caught. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They're going to run it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They send the tight end in motion. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kentucky. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Anderson will throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so faster after giving up.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
So this offense can capitalize off the desperate 4th down attempt and failure, and they can pad their lead. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And the